Hey guys, Shane here, aka Turtles and Tentacles, aka Luca, aka Gohan's number one fan. I am here to give you something that I'm going to start calling these small, off the cuff rants, turtle talks, because I'm going to take my time. I might check things on the computer just to make sure I get them right sometimes, but I'm just going to speak from the heart like I have with my other videos. I'm just giving them another title. I think I might call this video The Problem with Dragon Ball, parenthesis, how Z affects Super GT and everything else. So you're saying to yourself, what do you mean? What's the problem with Dragon Ball Z, right? What's the problem with it? Um, there's no problem. Obviously, it's my number five favorite anime. I love it dearly. What the Dragon Ball Fighters, my number five favorite fighting game. I love the series. I love, and when I mean I love the series, I mean I don't really care about calling things canon or not. A lot of folks get caught up with it because back in the day, GT was canon. And then we find out that no, it isn't. Super's canon, and some of the the movies were canon, and then the Super is canon, and now Broly's canon because the Super movie counts, which that's a good thing. That's always a good thing. And then you have Xenoverse, which splinters off, and you have Dragon Ball Heroes that splinters off, and you have all of these different things, bringing more characters or giving more depth to other characters or giving other characters more power, more moves, etc., etc., etc. And the bulk of this talk is not about Dragon Ball, the earlier series where Goku is a small kid and, he's meeting Bulma, Oolong, Yamcha, and that rat thing, Puar, and how essentially it was about training, fighting. There were more moments where, because originally people were saying Akira Toriyama made Dragon Ball as a parody to Tokusatsu. If you don't know what Tokusatsu is, Tokusatsu is generally referring to anything that has explosions and monsters. So, a lot of us abbreviated calling it Toku. It can be Godzilla, it could be Kamen Rider, it could be Super Sentai, which is the basis for Power Rangers, things like that. Even Sailor Moon can count as Tokusatsu because there was a live action version of that, right? And so you get things like the Ginyu Force, that was an obvious parody on Power Rangers slash Super Sentai, and Jackie Chun, parody on Jackie Chan, and things of that nature. The old Dragon Ball is not the issue. Actually, old Dragon Ball kind of makes, I don't want to say it kind of validates the issue with Dragon Ball Z. My issue with Dragon Ball Z is how we can't let go of Goku and Vegeta long enough to make their children and the next generation more relevant. Well, give me one moment. So what do I mean by that? When Goku and Piccolo fought Raditz, the one thing that saved them was little 4 or 5 year old Gohan powering up, headbutting his uncle, and giving them enough time because he was stunned. And off planet, Vegeta and Nappa plainly stated that it appears that hybrid Saiyans who are half human, are far stronger than just purebred Saiyans. Which brought up a conversation of whether whether they were just gonna grab women and try to have kids and blah 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 blah, some throwaway thing. And that little seed planted there, it did grow. We see that Gohan, the more he trained with Piccolo, Krillin, the more fights he got into, the stronger he got. He got stronger after their whole kerfuffle with Vegeta and Nappa. He got stronger on Namek with the issues of fighting not just Vegeta, but fighting Frieza's forces, fighting Frieza. We even see in the Cell Saga where Goku says Gohan is stronger than me. We see in the BoJack movie Gohan is still the strongest. Gohan becomes a Super Saiyan 2 and is able to literally make people explode by just one single punch. He's the original one punch. We go into the future and we see that when Vegeta has his son, Trunks, Trunks is far stronger than Vegeta in the Cell Saga. He's able to go to another form. I'll bet not as good for the battlefield. He's still pretty strong. When you go into the future even more, and you see little 10-year-old and little 7-year-old Trunks and Goten of the present, they can go Super Saiyan at such a young age, which I always attributed that to being when they were conceived, their fathers were at that height of power, so obviously the genes get passed down. And then when Gohan gets older and becomes an adolescent, he gets his own ability. He gets that mystic form. Now I know what you're saying, Shane, you're just doing a recap. Here is the issue after everything is said and done. We go over to GT. Gohan has a daughter. Now, if math is correct, Videl is a full human. Gohan is half human, half Saiyan. That means Videl is... I'm not really good with percentages here. I'm assuming that she's like, what, 1/6, 1/8 Saiyan. That means instantly she should have been able to be a Super Saiyan. Which, if when you see how Goku becomes Super Saiyan God, Videl gets the glowy gold hair. We even see little baby Pan get a golden aura around her, right? But in GT, which happened years before Super, GT, our reasoning for not having a female Super Saiyan is because the gentleman who drew it, which if you pardon me for 2 seconds, I really want to see who drew this. GT artist. This gentleman computer is slow. My goodness. Well, the way it was written and drawn, because now they're not going to give credit to the guy. And they just keep bringing up Akira Toriyama. The person that drew it said he didn't know how to draw Super Saiyan females, which blows my mind. I can't believe that the reason why we don't see this is because I don't know how to draw it. And it was even later quoted by Akira Toriyama. He's like, yeah, why wouldn't it be female Super Saiyans? And actually, it's a thing that we end up seeing later on in video games. In Xenoverse, yeah, ladies can become Super Saiyan. Thank goodness, because it makes no sense on why they haven't been. And we've seen Super. We see Kale and Khalifa. Super Saiyans. And the issue spanning after that is, I get that in GT, Goten really didn't fight all that much. Actually, in GT, Goten didn't fight that much. In Gohan, there really wasn't a lot of threats. The issue then becomes in Dragon Ball Super. Gohan forgets how to become his ultimate form, which makes no sense because it's innate inside of him. He gets to training and everything like that. And I'm speaking strictly anime, because in the manga, once Gohan trains with Piccolo again and unlocks this form, he's able to keep up with the fused Saiyan Kefla, which was giving Super Saiyan Blue Goku a run for his money. Gohan is rarely used. And the children who are so talented, they didn't even see Goku go Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Z. And they were able to unleash that form with little drawback. The only drawback is it just cut the fusion time in half. I feel as though the fans, and this is probably mostly the Japanese audience, the fans are so centered around Goku, and there's a large following for Vegeta, that you get these characters that get gravely overlooked and it's really, really sad. And I think one of the saving graces of Dragon Ball Z is that something like Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Xenoverse exists because we have Gohan and Goten, both of them the grown up versions from GT. They are still training. Gohan achieves Super Saiyan 4. Goten gets his own unlocked form. We see more of these side characters and side things getting the due that they honestly deserve to get more mainstream. And to me, that is the real conundrum because at the end of the day, I don't see Dragon Ball Super. I don't see its ending much like Dragon Ball Z ended. With the way anime is done nowadays, especially things like My Hero and One Piece have been going on since 1997. I see Dragon Ball Super, since Dragon Ball is so popular, since it's so marketable, it's so recognizable, it's gonna keep going and going and going. But when do we start breaking off from the story of Goku and Vegeta? When do we start seeing these other characters coming to their own? And yes, this sounds like a Gohan fans rant, which I wouldn't say this is it's more of a rant. It's just I wonder when I just wonder when we are gonna finally see. Hey, remember these guys? Vegeta and Goku keep saying these guys are strong. Well, show us why. Show us why they're strong. Show us why they're able to keep up. One of the things that I really, really like, and if I reach back over here, this game here, Dragon Ball Z Super Sonic Warriors 2. This game, even though it is a uh, DS game, this game here has a story mode. And in the story mode, there is one mode where it is just the people of Earth defending from Frieza. And these little side disjointed stories where you got Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha. Those guys are teaming up in Piccolo to fight other people because Goku and Vegeta aren't around. We need more stories. We need more examples of why these are the defenders of Earth. We need to know why. We need to know why when all the chips are down. It's taking Goku and Vegeta a really long time to get back from their little training session. Why we shouldn't really fear too much. And it's kind of became the one note song towards I don't want to say towards the end of Dragon Ball Z, which in the very beginning when people were like, go we need Goku to get here. That's something from Dragon Ball where it's like, hey, this little guy has saved us from everything. He's more or less the hero. He's the guy that's gonna keep on fighting regardless of how stacked the odds are. I understand that. But Goku in that series also had a point. As long as I'm gonna be around, there's always gonna be trouble. Or you guys need to learn how to take care of yourselves. I can't be around forever. But it looks like in Dragon Ball Super, Goku will be around forever. Even in I think one of the best Dragon Ball movies after the Super Broly movie is the BoJack movie. And the BoJack movie shows a world without Goku. Vegeta's still strong, but he doesn't feel like fighting anybody because his best friend and rival's gone. Everybody else is still training and doing a martial arts tournament. Gohan still has those little mental blocks, but once again, he finds that in order to save people, I'm just gonna have to let go sometimes. And I would love to see some kind of side series in some type of other world. Maybe we can go to Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks' world where maybe he finds the Dragon Balls and he's able to wish back future Gohan or future his father and some people here and there to actually see what happens when there is no Goku. Does this mean I hate Goku? No, I don't. I don't hate him. He may not be my number one character, but when I see him, I don't get annoyed, and I don't get angry. Even though I will, I will protest to the fact that Dragon Ball Super has made Goku incredibly stupid, and I feel like they're trying to copy Monkey D. Luffy too much when they don't pay attention to the fact that Dragon Ball Z Goku and Luffy were pretty similar. They're a guy that's They're guys that are pretending to be dumb, even though they pretty much understand the situations that are going on, probably better than the people who are in them and are supposed to be the brains of the situations. But I digress. This is the conundrum with Dragon Ball Z. This is the conundrum with Dragon Ball Super. I don't really want to speak too much on GT because GT failed when they couldn't give Pan a super form to show that she is just as strong, if not stronger, than her dad and her grandfathers. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you a fan of Dragon Ball Z? Do you see some of the same issues? Are you a fan of like some of these side characters like Gohan, like a Piccolo? I have Piccolo fans, and I love Piccolo. Back when Fox would keep just rerunning the movies, and I would just keep seeing Piccolo. I love Piccolo. One of the best fights in Dragon Ball is Piccolo versus Android 17. So why couldn't we have more moments like that? Why is everybody now turning into other Vegeta, even though technically Vegeta is another Piccolo, if you think about it? So, what do you guys think? Do you think we need to get another more lasting spin-off series to show how these characters thrive? Should we just try to interweave this more into the official anime? Should there be more mangas? I know a lot of these animes, especially Naruto, have novels. Maybe some people should write novels about these characters. I would be game to do that myself. Tell me what you guys think. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit the notification bell. Above all else, wear your mask, be safe out there, please be good, be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time.